I'm live. I'm alive. I don't know why I use go live through YouTube. It's just what I do. It's what I know. It's how I know. Uh, so I'm reading this book called Scale by two dudes named Jeff Hoffman and David Finkel. I know nothing about David Finkel. Hey, Wyatt, what's up? Um, Jeff Hoffman was one of the founders of Priceline.com and several other things. Very smart man. So I'm reading this book. What's going on, guys? I thought I had a urinary tract infection. I don't. They were saying I may have pulled a groin muscle or something, but anyway, I just got to keep an eye on it. So there's a huge discussion in my extremely private multi-million dollar seller group um, about problems people were having. And for the first time, I felt like I actually was able to contribute to this group um, because I had just gone through a lot of the problems this guy was suffering from. But somebody threw out this book, Scale. So I looked it up on Amazon. Got to tell you, I wish I'd have had this book when I started. Holy smokes. It is an amazing book. Um, don't ask me a whole lot because I don't retain a lot the first time I read it. I actually have to read a book twice to really retain a lot of the information. It has a lot of great points. But what I like about it is it has very actionable steps that you can take today, no matter where your business is, to improve it. The title of the book's a little deceiving. It's about growing your business. It's really not. It's about putting all the systems in place in your company so that you could scale. Um, for me, I learned a lot from it. I really did. I mean, it was a really, really good book. Um, I'm not finished with it. Um, it's by Jeff Jeff Hoffman, the founder of Priceline.com. Um, there's a lot of real stories in it that you'll know. It's some companies make it, some fail. Um, it's really about how to put systems and process. What systems and processes you need to be putting into your business now. Um, it really is a great book for me. Um, and if you're following my uh, no BS group, you know that I'm in this full blown status quo mode um, where I really don't want to scale my business any bigger. And I met with um, my men's group that broke the leader of the group broke away from the not he didn't break away, it's a break off group from Dave Ramsey's mentorship group. So these guys are pretty high tech, high level guys. And we talked about my business today and why I don't want to grow. And one of the main reasons I don't want to grow is I had all these problems in my business. And I just got through them all. And a lot of them had to do with systems and growing the business and all those things. And I just have no interest in growing bigger. And there was an offer made on my company yesterday, and I'm not going to get into it, but another offer was made. I'm not up for sale. So all you freaking sharks that come around that know I'm on YouTube, I'm not for sale. What I did realize from talking to this men's group I'm in and them talking to me and asking me questions was one of the main reasons I don't want to scale is I don't have everything written out as plans. too much information is stored in people's heads and not physically on paper, written out as an SOP. Uh, my team isn't cross trained. There is no contingency plans. There's a whole lot of things that I'm missing. So I'm looking at that stuff, guys. I am working on it. I I actually been writing a lot. I probably have 15 pages in this notebook written about different things that I found in this book that apply to my business. Let's see if I can pick anything up. 120-day focus. He talks about quarterly focus. Well, unfortunately, we're getting ready to go into Q4. So I only have about a quarter of that I'll actually work of that 120 days. Um, he spoke about pricing strategy versus, uh, different ways that you can align your business. This book was really interesting. One of the first things it talks about is exit. From day one, you have to plan for your exit. That's one of my biggest mistakes in business, guys, is I never planned for an exit. Um, Exit doesn't mean that you're going to sell the business or leave it, or I guess what an exit is what's your end goal? When do you get, if you were playing Monopoly, when would you exit the game and say, okay, I'm done? Uh, the same thing is here. At what point are you going to exit? At several points through my business, I've actually had the business that I wanted. But then I start chasing other people's dreams. I'm very good for chasing other people's dreams of what they think I should do. Um, so one of the questions I've been asking myself is, what if you don't live up to your potential? Is that a bad thing? Is it a bad thing to not live up to your potential? I guess a lot of people believe I have the potential to make this a very large company. Uh, I don't know that I want to. Um, Somebody asked me today, um, what do I want in 2 years? And I said, I ain't got a freaking clue. And they put me in touch with a guy. I'm trying to get his name. I got to go back to my. Um, they put me in touch with an author of a book called A View from the Top. His name is Aaron Walker. Um, he is Dave Ramsey's mentor. And I'm actually going to speak with him one day this week and get some insight from him, because he's been in a similar situation. And he sold his first company for millions of dollars and was drinking frilly drinks with little umbrellas and coconuts on a beach and said, what the hell am I doing? So I'd really like to get some insight from him. I found that interesting. But I'm starting to um, I'm starting to write more. I'm starting to find myself a little bit. Lori and I have really enjoyed Laughlin. We've been talking about it the last couple of days. My wife has been very happy here. She goes to the pool and she suns in the morning, and then she decides where she's going to have lunch on the river that day. Like tomorrow will probably be at the Regency, which is painted like a cow, because they have this thing called Taco Tuesdays, and she likes the shrimp tacos. So she'll probably go there and sit on the river edge and look out the window and eat Taco Tuesdays, some shrimp tacos. And then she'll go for a couple of hours and she'll go play her slots. But for her, it's very freeing because she's able to do what she feels like doing. She doesn't have to ask me to take her anywheres. And what I like about it is I get to sit here and just relax. In it, the flip it says, if too much stress and frustration is what is needed to live up one's potential, I think one need to consider happiness and feasibility versus potential. Um, yeah, that's an interesting point. Um, that is an interesting point, Susie. The, the problem with that is living up to my potential is also a challenge that I enjoy. It does frustrate the hell out of me. So I'm I can give say, okay, I'll work on it again next month, next week, next whatever. So I've been doing a lot of writing of what I want from the business. What do I want the business to do? Where do I want the business to go? Do I want it to grow? Do I start capturing email addresses and do my own promotions for my own website for previous customers that I know that'll buy again? That these are the type of products that buy my products that would actually buy them again. Do I start building Shopify stores? Pat Dees is in the house, Mr. Fricking Happy. Um, I was grumpy. I was more than grumpy this morning. I did not get coffee for several hours after I got up. Um, my wife chased after me until I went to urgent care, and I found out I got a little protein. Is it protein? They said protein in my urine. It's not really anything that I need to be concerned with today. If I feel the same way in a couple of days, then I need to go back and we need to do more tests. One of the first causes listed on several sites was dehydration. And I tend to go outside in all this heat and not drink enough water. So it may just be that they actually did the test at the right time to find out that I'm actually a little dehydrated. So here's why I kind of put this out there, guys. And listen, on my page, there's only going to be certain videos that I'm keeping. The 5 steps to Amazon and the eBay, the 5 steps to eBay and Amazon. I'll be keeping the 50 and broke series on the front page. This type of video, I jumped on here because I don't want you to think I disappeared after all the crap that went on last week, and I haven't been on here. I just really haven't had anything to say. The last couple of days have been down for me, downtime. I did no work over the weekend. Alejandro had all my images, so I really didn't have anything to work on. Hey, Balta, how are you? So I really haven't had a whole lot to work on, but there'll be more coming along. I know that we have a show in the morning. I've already talked to Scott. And please remember Joni in your prayers. Her surgery is Wednesday, 9/11. You know, we don't get to pick the dates. We just got to do what the doctor tells us. I have been working on my collection, guys. These are all nice and refurbished. Oops. I don't know if you can see, but that's how they come out. I mean, these suckers come out freaking flawless. Somebody, I want to say Josh, but I know that's not the right name. Basically gave me a PlayStation so I could test these things. And he said that they were just laying around anyway, and I really appreciate it. Hell, how do I find out? Maybe. No, it's here. It's on the dashboard. Yeah, I got it today. Jason. Jason is his name. Jason helped me out. And I really appreciate that. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you. I really appreciated it. I have not had a chance to open it. I did spend about an hour and a half at the thing, and I spent an hour this morning with that nurse sticking me in my arm for blood, peeing in a cup, and all the crap I had to do for life insurance. I said, I'm breathing. Isn't that enough reason to give me life insurance? I'm still alive. I mean, it's not like you got to pay it out yet. Wyatt, thank you. then it just did not ring a bell, Wyatt. Thank you so much for that. That was greatly appreciated. It's on the dash. I am going to get it set up tomorrow. I need to test some of these games. Night Nurse says 2 liters a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, the problem is I get tired when I'm out. I get tired of drinking water. See, at home, I get to make this. I get to put one of them freaking chemical packages in it. It makes it taste like this one tastes like strawberry lemonade, and I end up getting started on sugar water, which is soda, which is horrible for me. But that's what it is. So, guys, this book, if you're looking to build, a lot of people ask me, how do you build your systems and processes? This book, Scale, was amazing. It told you how to do it. I don't have a link, so it's not like I'm making $100,000 because you guys click on it and buy this book. I'm just telling you what I think about the book. Landshark Picker. Question: is promoting your own website where you sell products to your Amazon customers against TOS? Yes, it is against Amazon's TOS. It is not against eBay's TOS. I do sell a lot of product on eBay, and many of them are Amazon buyers as well. I may do a direct mailing. I really don't know, but yes, it is against TOS. But I never said anything about Amazon. Landshark Picker. Do you think everyone should have a YouTube channel now that you're a infamous YouTuber? No, you know what? I'm nobody. I really do this for my grandkids, guys, and that's one of the reasons I came back is I had to remember why I do this. I don't do it for anybody but my children and my grandchildren. If they ever want to see what I do or what I did or how I got to where I was, this is what I did. Um, yeah, it's there, Susie. The book is there. Um, I like it. I like it. Um, but it shows you a lot of detailed methods of how you can put things together. Thanks, Link Surplus. It's just, it's another way to look at systems and processes. Um, Systems and processes will make you, uh, even if you don't want to grow your business, it will make your business easier. I know for me, I've been working on these information packets. I put a link up there at one time about these things. Smart Money Mamas, right? Which my wife needs to fill her section out in this one. Um, we've been gathering all that information. Even if you just have a system, if you went into the hospital, so your significant other, spouse, whatever or whoever could help you if you were injured or incapacitated in some way to continue your business, even if you just had steps and processes and procedures for that kind of stuff, of how to put your store on vacation. Does anybody in your immediate family or somebody around you know how to put your stuff on vacation if it needed to be? If you were in a car accident and you were in a coma, would somebody know how to put your store on vacation. That may be the number one thing you have to do. Would they know how to ship the orders that you had there? Could you write up a plan saying this is what if something happens to me, this is how you can close my store, this is how you do this? It's called a contingency plan. I have been working on one for the business. I'm very slow about it. Nobody wants to think about their own demise. And then to have the plan that you are demised or dead or whatever freaking term you want to use to be politically correct in this day and age. I just feel that people need to start thinking about this stuff. What do you do? You know, God forbid it happens. What do you do? That's it, Scale. 7 proven principles to grow your business and get your life back. It does great tips, guys. I am writing them out. I've written out pages. I use a pink. I don't know why I'm using pink. Black. There's really nothing in there, so you can magnify it or do whatever you got to do. This one, I have, I'm down to 2 of my 3 goals for Q4. Very detail-oriented goals, something that will actually move my business forward. Both of them have to do with SOPs, standard operating procedures, that one of them, if something happened to him, nobody, including myself, know how to operate the program he uses. And I spoke to him today and said, that cannot be any longer. We need to take and fix that so that at least I know where the paperwork is if something happened. Guys, it sucks talking about this stuff. I feel like after 50, all you talk about is when are you going to die and what's going to happen after you're dead. But because I didn't do it throughout my life, and I didn't know anybody that did any of this stuff, I have no plans. I have no retirement. I have no savings. My wife and I lived very well up until this point. I will be, quote unquote, debt free in November. The last payments are made in November, and then I can start looking at savings and emergency funds and investments and real estate and all the stuff that people have suggested to me, both on chat in the videos and behind the scenes. Land Shark Picker says, can't fear death. It's inevitable. It happens to everyone. If you're prepared, we are all guaranteed a better life. That's true. I mean, I believe in God, so, you know, my fear isn't death. My fear isn't where I'm going. I'm very secure in my faith, knowing that I will be able to see Jesus again. So I'm not, that doesn't bother me. What I fear is not being prepared for my wife. Excuse me, if something happens to me. Yeah, but I'm not, guys, don't think I'm scared of death. I'm not. I have no fears of whatsoever. My fear is that I don't leave my wife prepared. And as a husband and the head of the household and the man, and biblically, it's my responsibility to make sure she's secure. God forbid something happens. Yeah, be glad you ain't in the Bahamas. Think positive. Exactly. And that's what I'm doing. I mean, listen, I didn't get to this. I think the problem is everybody says, okay, you got to be prepared, and they expect it to happen overnight. It's taken me 53 years of my life to get to here. It's going to take me time to get it all straightened out. It's a big mess. I know it is. That's why we work on it a little here and a little there. And, You know, I pick up these packets and fill them out, sit here for 20, 30 minutes and fill them out. It's why I write so much. It's why I talk on video. I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing to make sure my wife is prepared. The problem is you cannot do it overnight. And if you think you can, you're wrong. And if you think you'll do it tomorrow, you ought to think about tomorrow being today. All right, Pat, you have a great one, man. There goes Mr. Happy. He must be very well prepared because he's very happy. Rome wasn't built overnight. Absolutely agreed. So, guys, I just want to jump on here, say hi, let you know that I'm still around, still just as screwed up in the head. Still don't really give two damns what anybody thinks. And then I'm going to go from there. Susie says, Pat has moved into Mr. Christmas mode, even happier. Yeah, whatever. Night nurse says term life insurance, which I got today. The nurse was here today, stuck me in the freaking arm, took like 8 vials of my blood. I said, please leave me some. Did all that stuff. And then, so I got that. And Lori and I have spoken about what she should do if something happens. Serena, I appreciate that. So, guys, in the end, here's what I got to tell you. God loves you. God will bless you. And you got to do like me and get up off your ass and go to work sometimes. Today was one of those days I actually got some work done. I'm going back to reading. You all have a wonderful night. Get off your ass and go to work. And I'm out of here.